In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the latest Elite FPL podcast, where, of course, tonight we are covering the Sheffield United versus Arsenal game. Are we all excited for Lundstrom?
Oh yes, absolutely. We're absolutely
Jason,
on the edge of my sleep. Good evening, Steve-O. How are you doing today? You having a good day? I mean, have you had a good day, Steve-O?
Well, along with the top four in our cash league, we've all been waiting for this moment. We're all praying on Lundstrom, apart from top spot.
I'm praying on them. Yeah. Well, I was just got to say hello to everybody in chat. Lundstrom, come on, let's get a goal and an assist. That'd be amazing. Good evening, Grill86. Good evening, Uncle Juicy TV. Good evening, Brew. Good evening, Yash. Good evening, Mac. Drunks in chat. Simon Bellamy, VAR. Eyes in the Sky says VAR. Yeah, we got Phil Potter in chat. Hey Phil, how you doing, buddy? Gabriel De Rop, please Lundstrom. I don't want to fall out the Elimination League. Oh dear. Hey Samarjit Singh, welcome. Delvin Vass, Paul J, FPL Boona is here as well. Resi Desi, Dilly B, hey Dilly B, how you doing? And Shaban, guys. Hello FPL Pitch, welcome Waz. Guys, so has there been any goals, any action in this game?
No. It's only been 3 minutes, but for everybody watching this, good evening to you. Tonight's show is actually the day which we reflect over the weekend's action from a cash mini league point of view. So the cash mini league that you all take part in, we kind of look over that, see the runners and riders, specifically the top four, because that's the cash places, whereabouts me and Jason are. And then we look at the more popular members of the community, the ones that come on regularly on, and we'll just look over their teams and everything. And yeah, like we said, it's the Sheffield United Arsenal game. We'll obviously, of course, let you know of anything that happens. But Jason, do you have the team news for everybody, or do you want me to read it?
Yeah, so the main talking points are there is, Lacazette's on the bench, and so is Ceballos. But we'll go for the team news. The lineups are as followed. For Sheffield United, you've got Dean Henderson in goal, Chris Basham, John Egan, Jack O'Connell, with a midfield five of George Boldrock, John Lundstrom, Oliver Norwood, John Fleck, Ender Stevens. Up front, we've got David McGoldrick and Lise Mousset. And for Arsenal, we've got Bert Leno in goal, as you'd expect. A back four of Kolasinac, Luis, Socrates, and Chambers. Then we got Xhaka and Guendouzi in that holding midfield sort of slot. And then above them, we've got Saka, your man Saka, playing instead of Lacazette. Surprising a few people there, and I know that some people are going to be really annoyed about that. Willock, who's playing another game. I mean, this Willock guy, I don't know, could be something. Nicolas Pepe, and they're behind Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So yes, interesting. What do you guys think about Ceballos and Lacazette being on the bench?
Before he goes,
and Tierney as well. Tierney as well. Sorry, guys.
I'm assuming can be lob actor. Anyway, the point being is that good evening, chaps. I'm sat outside near Liverpool having a smoke and a JD. It's blinking cold out here. This has been the most amazing season in years. Really? JD.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm from Formby.
Can be lob actor. Well, can be lob actor. Can be lob actor. There we go.
Never any disrespect to a cup of tea.
Never. Kettle's boiled. Oh God, I could do with a cup of tea actually.
Hopefully we get some more action than the Man City game the other day. And oh my goodness, we've got a
super chat.
We've got a super chat, Jason.
Grill86 has just surprised us with a super chat. Thank you ever so much. This is an offering for the football goods. Need 8 points from Lundstrom for the football gods. I'm assuming that's football gods. I need 8 points from Lundstrom to keep the lead on my buddy league. Well, we can pray together, Grill86. We can pray together. All of us are in the same boat.
Yeah, we all are. Just the usual thing. Just let us know what you think the score will be in tonight's game. Jason, you went 2-1, I believe. I've got it all here.
Oh, did I?
Somewhere. I've lost the piece of paper.
I probably did. I probably did go 2-1 to Arsenal.
You went 2-1. Yeah. I went 2-0. Dan. No, you went 2-0 as well. We both went 2-0. Dan went 2-1, and the history went 3-0.
Did I really say 2-0? Did I? Oh, okay.
I've lost the piece of paper. Would you believe? But yes,
okay.
It's something. Wherever it's gone, you definitely said the Arsenal win no matter what.
2-1 to Blaze says Samarjeet in chat. We've got 3-0 says Dalvin Vass. 1-0 to Arsenal. Lack of goal off the bench says VAR. 2-2 says Victor. Simon Bellamy's going with a 1-1. Really? Wow. Interesting score predictions here, guys. JC says 2-1 to the Blades. Wow, the game week it's been. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. 0-0. You know what, Resi Desi? I think that's the most. And Tahir, I think that's probably one of the most accurate scorelines. 0-0.
Well,
just to top off the week.
Apart from the Liverpool Norwich game in game week 1, where we actually had a lot to be talking about that day, not just because of the game week 1, the game opening, but also the fact the game had goals galore. We have not. I can't even think of the top of my head. We've actually had a decent game that we've covered live. It's all been rubbish.
I know. It's like we're jinxing it, Steve-O, it seems at the moment. Where are these action-packed games? But it's got to change, isn't it? You'd imagine it's going to have to change at some point. And
great. I was going to mention Crazy Jack just a minute ago. Crazy Jack, obviously one of the few people in the world which is backing Lacazette as he's got him in his team, and he's just saying there jokingly, hopefully 3-0 and Lacazette hat-trick. I wouldn't hold your breath, but you never know. It could happen indeed.
It would be very nice. It would be very nice for you if that happened. But it's very, very more likelihood of Lundstrom, I think, getting a goal. Pritam Piklu says 3-1 Aubameyang double with a penalty. Arnie Arnold says 3-2 to Arsenal. Grill86 says 2-1 to Arsenal. Ryan Kers is going with a 0-0. The season's been rubbish, says Simon Bellamy. Simon Bellamy was as high as 12th, wasn't he, in the overall world rankings? Was it a 12th place, I think?
Yeah, I think it was 12th or 16th or something.
Yeah. God.
Remind us, Si, you're here. Tell us.
Yeah, that's just.
Come on the Discord. Talk to us live.
Seems like only a few weeks ago now, and it's been red arrows since, but still quite close. FPL gods are not generous this season. It doesn't seem to be. But it is only 9. Well, we're only 9 game weeks in, so don't get too upset just yet. 2-1 to Sheffield with no Lundstrom and or involvements.
He was 16th. It was 16th. After
what does the history say on this game, Steve-O?
3-0. Statistics, which always seem to be doing really well, is the fact that 5 out of the last 6, there's been a clean sheet involved in this game, and Arsenal have won every single game.
I see.
So,
okay.
Or won 5 out of 6, whatever. I've lost the piece of paper, would you believe? But yeah. It's all in, but it dates back to 2008.
I just realised. I was wondering why my CPU's kind of running hot. It looks like I've got After Effects running at the same time, so I'm just going to close that down. That can't be doing my memory any good having that loaded up. So let me just quickly have a look to see if we can get live bonus points, because it would be nice to see live bonus points in this game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I agree. So Ryan Kearns there. What are the chances of VAR heavily influencing tonight's scoreline? Who knows? Well, it's been the storyline of the weekend. VAR, Christ.
VAR, yeah.
But we did ask. I did ask on Twitter if anybody has any questions for me and Jason. You lot are useless when it comes to Twitter. Nothing. We had one question from Alex Jensen. We'll answer that later.
That was a troll, wasn't it? It was a troll answer, wasn't it? A troll question.
No. Is David Silva an option? I think that's a.
Oh no, it must have been a different one I saw then.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll answer that now then. Alex Jensen. Jason, is David Silva an option?
David Silva is, of course, an option. He's a budget way into the Man City midfield, but as long as you're willing to accept the possibility of rotation, much like a lot of other Man City assets, then I think he is a good option. If you've got a strong, if you've got someone like McGinn as well that could possibly come on to not to cover, but to kind of back you up if he doesn't play, But so far, I mean, there's nothing to suggest that he would be, out of the first team for any reason. He's performing really well. So yeah, I mean, if you've got the ability to do the transfer and you've got the money and, and it's not, I mean, for example, Son to David Silva could be a good one, if you, wanted to free up a bit of money as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, for anybody that wants to ask us some questions, by all means, the chat's there. Just get the questions into me and Jason. More happy to. Samajit Singh, Aguero or Jesus moving forward, Jason?
Aguero.
No brainer, I would have thought.
Aguero.
I completely agree. I think you talk about rotational risk, but what I would say is that it seems that Aguero plays the home games, Jesus plays the away games. That's what it seems like. So, Sherlock got in Vardy and Dan James for Son and Pookie. Is it a big mistake, Jason?
I've owned Dan James and he didn't do anything for me. I think that getting Vardy in alone is probably worthy of those transfers. Yeah, so I don't think it's a mistake. Steve-O.
Good, Brett Mollison is here. Good morning, Brett Mollison. Welcome, my friend.
God,
Here's
what time
a nice
is it?
Question from our.
It's about 2 in the morning, isn't it, Brett?
It'll be 8 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Oh no, 9 hours ahead. No, it's 9 hours, isn't it, ahead? So
4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock. 4, 5.
4, 5 in the morning.
It is a nice question from Camby Lobcutter. If you were to wildcard now, who would be the first 3 people in your team?
Mane, Kevin De Bruyne, and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Kevin De Bruyne.
I just broke my pen. Damn it. Okay, carry on.
Kevin De Bruyne, Hudson-Odoi, and third spots from a. I've just done my transfer as well. A double up in Leicester defence, flaming Nora. Yeah, Mane, Kevin De Bruyne, Mane, and Hudson-Odoi for me. That's who I'd have.
Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, absolutely. That's who everybody's got a problem with him. To build the team around, he's only 6 million.
We're top 3
in a very attacking Chelsea team.
You wouldn't go.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't go Tammy over him.
No, no, because I think there are maybe potentially better options in strikers across the board. Remember, it's just 3 names, so yeah, I think there's better.
I think.
So yeah,
that's
what I would go.
I think they're mad.
Thomas Stay is saying, I took a -4 for Aguero, Son, and Cantwell out to Vardy, Mane, and Hudson-Odoi. Thoughts?
You got rid of Aguero. Son and Cantwell brought in Mane and Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, I think yeah, that's fine. That's decent. How many points did you spend for that? Was that -4 or -8?
-4. Yeah.
It was a -4. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's decent. Brett says I'm West Coast Australia. I'm 2 hours behind Sydney. Right, so what time's that then? 2 hours behind. So we've got 3 in the morning.
JC, where have you been? You haven't seen my team since we've done about 20 streams since my final deadline day wildcard, but my team in full for anybody that wants to know is.
I'll get it up. It's fine. I'll bring it up. Here we go.
Yeah. We'll bring it up.
I can see if I can scroll down that far. Here we go. Yeah. Okay.
And then what we'll do is that we will look over the league. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do today.
I'm so glad that your wildcard didn't do any better than mine.
Nah.
It's so frustrating, isn't it? It really is.
Just for anybody that's watching this now and is a hardcore Elite FPL member, I watched the Gameweek 1 stream that we did that went on for 5 hours.
Wow. And
yeah, I decided for a bit of fun to total up mine and Jason's points if we didn't touch our teams whatsoever and kept the captaincy on the same captain we had a Gameweek 1. Well, Jason's turned out to be very, very positive. If Jason hadn't done anything this season, he would be on 484 points and 29th in the Cash Money League. Whereas in my case, really, really bad. I would be on 445 and I would be 83rd in the Cash Money League. So I'm glad I have done various transfers to my team, for crying out loud. But at least I was on the Lundstrom early on. I had him in my Game Week 1 team. That's the main thing. Or my subs anyway. But yeah, I'm assuming you got the team up on screen, Jason.
I've got your team up on screen. Are you calm now after this weekend? Right. Are you kind of like not regretting some of the picks in your wild card?
It's just Pereira and it's just the Leicester double up. That's it. That's all I've regretted. It's the only thing I've regretted, and possibly it's the Pereira Soyuncu double up. Well, Leicester double up defense, and the fact that I haven't gone with AAA. That's the only two that I'm gutted with. I can't be bothered to talk about. If you want to see it all, just go back to Saturday's draft stream and just watch the last 10 minutes. That's all you got to do. Or you could even watch Jason's video that he put together last 2 minutes.
2-minute video. Yeah.
And 2-minute video, and it just sums up the whole 2-hour stream. Full stop.
John Fleck has been given a yellow card for a bad foul.
Anybody own him? No. Who cares? So let's. I'll tell you what everybody cares about. It's the Cash Money League. Let's be honest here, Jason.
Okay, then let's talk about the Cash Money League.
Yeah. Let's talk. Yeah, let's be serious now. Let's
Number
get on with it.
one in the Cash Money League is no Salah, no Mo problem, and it's Ian Rose, and he's currently on 33 points. He hasn't taken a hit this week. His captain failed. It was Tammy Abraham, like a lot of people, getting points from Sterling and Rico. Pretty disappointing game week for him. That's basically, he has got Pepe though. He has got Pepe tonight playing.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah, he's a whopping 1 point ahead of Andrew Fong. Of course, Andrew Fong finally made an appearance in the chat last night.
He did.
And hopefully we're going to get him on at some point during the breakfast show, hopefully. But yeah, you look over Ian Rose's team, and do you look at that, Jason? You think, my goodness, that's a team that should be in the top 6,000. Of course, it should be, because that's where he is. But front two of Mape and Abraham, and then his midfield containing just Pepe of all players. I mean, what are your thoughts on this team?
Well, first and foremost, we've got to say thank you very much for Daily Llama becoming a grassroots member. Thank you ever so much, Daily Llama. Welcome.
Well, what I said to Vince Chapman, why didn't you do it yesterday?
He's now got a badge and lovely emotes to use and spam in the channel. Welcome, Daily Llama. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Yeah, get those dabs going, Phil. Let's get those dabs going in chat. Dabs in chat. I feel like I'm on Twitch. Hello, Mbit Venture. Link streaming, please. What? Link streaming. Makes no sense. Anyway, moving on. Yes. In terms of what was the question to me before?
Pepe's just missed a sitter. Just talked about Pepe being in Ian Rose's team.
Yeah.
And Pepe's just missed a sitter.
Wow. He's finishing. His finishing hasn't been on. Well, he's not been very good at the moment at finishing. He's been. I mean, who knows? I think he just needs that goal, hopefully, to get him going. Really, doesn't it? I predicted that he'd be on people's early wildcards, but it never kind of came out to be. So yeah, hey Llama, yeah, get those dabs going. Yeah, 33 points, top of the mini league by 1 point. Let's go into second place. Second place in the mini league is Andrew Fong, the Oz Lids. He's got Lundstrom coming on for Otamendi, so he's hoping that Lundstrom can get something this game. He hasn't got any other players involved in tonight's game.
He's also got Cantwell's 3 points too.
Oh yeah, he's got that coming on for Salah. Yeah, so he's going to have 36 plus 37 plus anything else that Lundstrom gets. So could end up with a respectable game week score. Solid, he's still up there, isn't he? Fighting for that top spot. So it's really tight actually in our Cash Money League. It really, really is. And there's a massive battle going on between Ian Rose, Marlon Moore, and Andrew Fong at the moment. It's really amazing.
The main gap I'm seeing here is obviously between Andrew Fong and Marlon Moore, 7 points. Then you've got to go all the way down, but between Armand Dillon in 8th and 9th spot with, I'm assuming that's Ian Anderson. There's another 7-point gap, but it's all just 1-point gaps between all the teams in that top 10 spots there. And yeah, it's crazy. And you just mentioned 3rd spot, Marlon Moore. He's 5 points clear of 4th spot. Again, surprise, surprise. He's going to get no one off the bench other than Bafal with a whopping 1 point. He's going to be coming on for Aguero. 29 points that'll be.
Well, -4. So -25, yeah. So yeah, it's not the best game weeks really for a lot of FPL managers, especially in the top of our challenge league. Now, a question from John in chat was, where is number 1 in the world in our Kashmir League? Well, I can tell you now that number 1 in our Kashmir League is just outside 6,052 in the overall ranking. 6,052. So yeah, quite a very, very good score. But we won't even. If we get to our community league shortly, we'll talk about the community league because that's just a whole new kettle of fish. That's crazy. Some of the people in there. But yeah, we'll go down to quickly have a look at Show Me the Mane. Wayne Hanley here. He's on 29 points. He did take a -4. He's also similar again. He had Son play 1 point. Yarmolenko 1 point. Tomori's on his bench. Is he getting him on? No, he's not getting him on. He benched Salah. Obviously confident that Salah wasn't going to play, even though there was like rumours coming out that Salah's shirt was in the dressing room and everything like that. It was like proper cloak and daggers. He's got Lundstrom playing this evening, so who knows? He might be able to sneak up. But I think a lot of the places aren't going to move much in the overall ranks.
Whereas me and you,
we're dropping like flies, my friend. Let's just graze over.
60 points behind. You're just to let everybody know, you're 60 points behind 4th, and I'm 71. So yeah, 71 points. We've got a long road ahead.
I want to know, Llama, if you're still there, Llama. I want to know, am I going to get eliminated this game week? Am I going to get eliminated? Because I'm worried. You want the league code? Let me just !league in chat. That should hopefully work.
Of course, Ian Rose has actually used 3 chips already: bench boost, wildcard, and triple captain. So again, hopefully these are good signs for further down the line where people.
Oh, it's not working. That thing isn't working. I'll give you the league code in a second. It's basically AB
Alpha Bravo Delta Kilo Zulu Zulu.
There you go. Alpha Bravo Delta Kilo Zulu Zulu. There you go. There's a parrot in the room. It was very risky. Brett Mollison, absolutely risky to just basically bench Salah like that.
He joked on Twitter that he was a man in the know. He had inside information. But
who's that?
Show Me the Mane, Wayne Hanley.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Blimey, only Ian Rose of the top 4 has used more than 1 chip. Everybody else has just basically used their wild card. Just going to finally see what Show Me the Mane has used, and then that'll be interesting to find. Oh, he used his triple captain in game week 1. Wow, okay. They're all doing so well, like you said. It's a very, very... It's late night for me, by the way. I'm not in a different country, it's just late.
So yes.
I mean,
anyone got any? Hey.
Tell you what I'm personally going to do is I'm going to look down to see who the highest placed regular contributor to the show is.
Okay.
In our mini league, and I think it's Keyboy. I think it's Keyboy in 13th spot. He always comes in on the morning
13th.
shows.
That's wow.
He's not that far off top spot, actually. He's on 504 points. Yeah, and the leader is 538. So, yes.
Well, as I understand it, I believe that Sheffield United are on top at the moment.
It's not like on top, but yeah, it just sounds like, again, a very, very flat game. But Keyboy played his wildcard this game week. Captain Stone.
Dan Bull's in chat. He's open for his Arsenal to do something. I think it's going to end 0-0. I've got a feeling it's going to end 0-0. Aguero, if he starts midweek, so this is a question from Anurag in chat. Aguero, if he starts midweek, how concerned for his minutes are you at the weekend? Is it time to move on? Got this question from my other community. I may consider moving him on to Aguero. To Aubameyang if he plays the full game midweek. That is a very good question.
No, I agree. I think that if he doesn't start or his minutes are managed this specific game week, that to me tells me that I've got to get him gone, and then ironically probably bring in Aubameyang. Crying out loud.
Yeah. Dean Henderson deserves that England call-up. He's been amazing so far this season. Apart from that howler that he did against Liverpool, yeah.
So it's really frustrating because I just sometimes wish when we're doing these live streams during the game that we just had an early goal, so it means that both teams would just be like, right, okay, let's go out and attack and either get another goal or we're going to have to go for one. Instead, it's just been 0-0, dragging along.
Yeah.
Just like the City game the other day, just so
we'll be half asleep and it'll be like the 88th minute, and then Aubameyang will probably end up getting a goal. And then you'll be like flaming at the screen because you'll be like, why didn't I get Aubameyang in?
Yeah.
I can see it now.
Yeah.
How are the bonus?
JC,
what's JC saying?
Saying about he really wants to bring in Jimenez. Have you got any thoughts on bringing in Jimenez at all, Jason?
Yeah, because I think it's a great pick. If you haven't already got the likes of Callum Wilson, or if you haven't got Vardy, Wilson, or Tammy Abraham, then I think he's another great option.
We've got a goal.
Okay.
Sheffield United scored.
Sheffield United. Really? Oh, here we go.
Let me listen in.
Is VAR going to start?
Musette.
Musette. Who's Lundstrom assist?
It's a corner. That's all I can tell you.
Lundstrom assist?
All I can tell you is that no, Lundstrom ain't got assist.
Oh, come on, please. Come on.
Swung in from a corner.
Yeah, come on, Lundstrom, please.
You ain't got a chance of it. Lundstrom has done nothing. It's definitely coming from a corner. And Musette has put it in the back of the net, would you believe? Thank God for that at last. Hopefully Arsenal come out their shell now. Need that.
Well, if any of you guys have got Leno in, who else? What are the? I mean, Tierney. I saw people Tierney, but he's not playing, so that doesn't matter. Yeah. It was O'Connell, was it, with the assist? Oh God, that highly owned FPL asset O'Connell with the assist.
Well, let's just pray then that Arsenal come out their shell, because this is a game that they should win. They need to win this at the end of the day, just to keep pace with third spot in Leicester. Crying out loud. I mean, let's just find out how this will affect the Premier League table. And yeah, I mean, Arsenal need to win this, and if they do, they go level on points with Man City. If they win, of course. Sheffield United, on the other hand, they will go level on points with us, 12 points, but there'll be then five teams on 12 points if Sheffield United go on to win this.
O'Connell got the assist, Brew.
Mm.
Well,
and the leaders of the 12-point pack is Tottenham, ahead of us in second.
I'm being selfish right now. I just want a Sheffield United clean sheet. That's all I want.
I want my bets to come through. That's all I care about. I've decided now for any live stream that we do, I'm going to put bets on the game, but I've already lost one bet already on first goal scorer, so that's a waste of time.
It's a very good question from We Got a Runner here saying, is Aubameyang even worth 11 million? Arsenal are so hot and cold.
Of course,
Cambilo thank you so much for that. He is worth 11 million, yeah, but the point being that there are strikers like we've talked about Vardy, Wilson, Jimenez, Tammy Abraham. Do you really need to spend big up front and bring in the likes of Aguero, who's a rotation risk, or Aubameyang, who's hot and cold?
Hold on. Bit of an incident. We got a VAR incident at last.
A VAR incident? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Here we go. Is it a positive VAR incident or a negative?
Bulldog, it's actually good. Would go to Sheffield United if it is.
What's happened to Bulldog?
Nothing's happened, right? It's
okay.
No, nothing. No VAR. No VAR. Whatever the flaming referee does.
Thoughts on getting Vardy and Jimenez in for Aguero and Pukki? I'm sure we're going to get lots of these sorts of questions. Like I said, Aguero is a rotation risk now. We can't hide from that, even though we know how good Aguero is as a player. Jesus' minutes is only going to get more and more. I think he's going to have more minutes than last season. So if you want solid certainty, then Vardy and Jimenez are your options. I think Jimenez is an upgrade from Pukki. And I think Vardy probably will outscore Aguero over the next 4 to 5 game weeks.
Oh, we got Xhaka's been booked for diving in the penalty area.
Xhaka's been booked for diving. There we go.
That's how desperate Arsenal have become now. Pathetic. Get Lacazette on.
Yeah, get exactly. Emery should be like, right, grab control of this game. Bring on Lacazette. Take off Willock or, I don't know, Saka or something. Oh, has Saka done anything in this game so far, guys? Anyone watching the game, let me know how Saka's getting on.
I just think it's pathetic, to be honest with you. Arsenal should be, let's be brutally honest here, they should be destroying teams like Sheffield. I don't care how defensively Sheffield United go up and do.
Apparently there was contact, apparently. There was Ari Yaroki saying, how was that not a pen? Simon Bellamy said it looked like a pen. There was a bit of contact. And then, of course, we've got people on the other end. FPL Penguin saying it's a definite dive. This is the thing, guys. I got a question for you while there's nothing going on. If you're running into the box and someone clips you, but you kind of dramatically go down, like if you feel a clip and you stumble, but then you kind of like take a theoretical like way of falling down, is that a penalty? Yes, it is a penalty. Surely, if you've been contacted in the box and it's led you to lose balance, like if you lose balance because you've of contact, then in my eyes that's a penalty. And that's what VAR should be there to identify this, but it's obviously it's not. If that's the case, it's obviously not given it.
I mean, Brett Mollison here now. I mean, he's making he hasn't made the point. He sent in the moderator chat earlier on about a incident that happened in Australia in their specific league, and
they're ahead of us. They're ahead of us in terms of VAR. They are so ahead of us. The A-League.
But why don't the FA, Premier League, whoever's in charge, learn and just?
Because a lot of them are stuck in their old ways, and they don't like change. and I feel like they're kind of one foot in the door with VAR. I don't think they're fully committed behind it. I really don't. They don't want to go fully committed into VAR, which I think is really not doing good for the name of VAR at the moment. Thomas McStay says, I'm doubled up on Salah and Mane. I think it's better spending big in midfield as there's too many good midfield price strike. There are so many, mid-price strikers and not so many mid-price midfielders. I agree. Will Aguero really outscore Mane and Salah over the course of the season? It depends on how many minutes he gets. And like I said, I think Jesus is going to get more minutes this season. Oh, the commentator said it wasn't a penalty, so therefore it can't be a penalty. Oh, Saka's got a yellow card. You've got Saka, haven't you, playing in this game?
No.
Oh, no.
I haven't got it. No.
Oh, no, your previous team had him. No.
Yes.
If you dramatise, it's less likely to be given as it's seen as soft. Yeah, true, Resi Desi. Emery's... Oh, okay, Richard Dixon's coming up with Emery's team choices. Oh, dear. I have no idea. As a season ticket holder, it's despair every week. It is interesting. Why isn't he not playing Lacazette? Why isn't he playing Lacazette?
Not match fit, I'm assuming. Well, there's no assumption about it. He's only just got back to training. He'll come on. Like
I said, Jason's ref need TV screens. Yeah, they do. But then they won't... But I think they've got them, but they're not using them. Ari Hiroki says, I find it ridiculous they didn't even give a pen to both teams. Dean said both players dived and they went with that decision.
Blimey, there seems to be more yellow cards being given out than what was across the whole of the weekend. My goodness, what's that, 5 yellow cards? Or O'Connell's got a yellow card.
Right, Fleck has got a yellow card. O'Connell's just got a yellow card, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's minus bonus
Xhaka,
points. That's going to take him. That's going to take him out of the bonus points, I think. O'Connell yellow card, Fleck yellow card, Saka yellow card. 3 yellow cards.
And Xhaka.
Mike Dean loves his cards. Very true, Daily Lama.
Any questions, everybody?
I'm just reading the chat. I'm reading now. It's just reading the conversation that's going on in the chat at the moment. He'll give Lacazette 30 minutes at least, says Macma. Wow. What is it with Emery? What is it with Emery? He just doesn't instill confidence, does he, in you when you see him? Doesn't really make those subs. He doesn't. What game plan does Emery have? Can anyone answer me that? Dan, can you answer me? What game plan does Emery have? Anything happening, Steve-O?
No,
okay.
Something was happening then, and then Norwood came in and tackled Xhaka, edge of the box, but nothing here at all.
Yes.
I said it's a pretty flat game, other than just yellow cards.
Anurag's asked in chat, is it worth to keep Son? I brought him in for my wildcard this game week.
Yes, key. He's key. He's key to Tottenham. He seems to be the only player that wants to be doing something. Oh, and while we're having a boring moment, if anybody wants to go on our Twitter feed and at Elite FPL and check out the video I posted of what happened at the training ground at Spurs, by all means, if you want a little chuckle. Here's one for you, Jason. Sherlock Hulk, is Martial a good option?
Right, let me just have a look. Hang on. Let's see their fixtures again.
They're decent. Norwich up next. We had Juggernauts on last night saying that he's potentially bringing in Martial and Rashford.
Martial and Rashford.
The
fixtures are very, very enticing. Norwich away, Bournemouth away, Brighton at home, Sheffield away, Aston Villa then at home, Tottenham at home, then Man City away. So that's not a great one. But then you got more greens. You got Everton at home, Watford. Martial. I said a few weeks ago I wouldn't be recommending any Man United players at all. That performance against Liverpool was very. It was nice to see more character in the performance and more heart in the performance. If Pogba comes back in and I don't know, that negativity starts to come back into the dressing room, and Martial. Would I rather have Martial than say Son? Would I rather have Martial than Mason Mount? Probably not. No, I think there's better options for the money. I really do. Sorry.
I think it's going to end up 1-0 at half time, and hopefully Arsenal come out and win the game 2-1. That's what I'm hoping for.
You're hoping for us to win the game 2-1?
Yes, yeah. Do you think that Pereira can outscore Alexander-Arnold this year? No. Give us something more interesting to talk about. Give us some talking points and interests, and any other questions that we can go into detail about other than just one-word answers. No, in all seriousness, Pereira plays for Leicester. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a top-quality right-back, and he plays for Liverpool, and the numbers say it all, really.
I'm going to get an ice lolly.
You're going to get an ice lolly? I want to get some cake. Good evening, Davey P. Good evening, FPL Boona. Yassine, good evening.
I've got a bit of dilemma. There's only one ice lolly left in the freezer. And
is this a toss of the coin?
No. I don't want to be the person that has the
Will
last
you eat
one.
it or not?
I don't want to be the last I don't want to be the one that gets the last one out of the freezer. So
get it down your neck. Who cares?
No. Not when you got a 2-year-old. You can't do that. No ice cream van. No.
Brett Mollison saying, Steve, how is your -16 planning going to fix your Wildcard? I don't need fixing it at all.
I think Pereira is a very, very good choice, though. I do like him, and he's in your team. I think there's points from him going forward.
Uncle Juicy TV. I'm not a WWE fan. I can't stand it, and in fact, that gimmick that Bray Wyatt is doing is just pathetic. I don't know specifically this Halloween one that you're talking about, but it's just pathetic. WWE is awful.
It's all about AEW.
It's all about AEW, All Elite FPL Wrestling. There's one. I know FPL Penguin did a video for us ages ago regarding that, but if anybody can come up with a video, Jason, All Elite FPL Wrestling by all means. In fact, I could probably come up with something actually. Phil, what are your thoughts for trying to gain rank in the Cash League? I've had a different keeper to others the last 3 weeks, which has helped. You've just answered the point, Phil. It's getting those logical differentials in the Cash Mini League ahead
like
of
Ramsdale
rivals.
and McGovern.
Like Ramsdale, yeah. You know, I can't. Oh shit! Bloody hell! Xhaka seems to be lively. Yellow card, getting shots in the box, getting tackled just outside the area. Is Xhaka an option, Jason?
No.
I mean, when you look at players, in all seriousness, if we're talking like the top 5 defenders, does anybody in our league have Van Aanholt? No. Is he worth bringing in? No. But it is essentially bringing in those players that not many people own. And Jimenez, off the top of my head right now, is somebody to be looking at. I'm a bit annoyed that a lot of people are getting Hudson-Odoi. I think David Silva is definitely somebody. We've already mentioned his name, but David Silva is definitely somebody to be looking at. Potentially as a double up for Man City coverage. I mean, looking at it here, I mean, how much is David Silva? 7.5, 7.6.
Cheap as chips.
I mean, in theory, I could get rid of Aguero, Callum Wilson, take out Dendonka just for a bit of fun. I'm only doing this for a bit of fun. Put in David Silva, go with a 3-5-2 with Abraham and Jimenez or Vardy up top. Let's put Vardy in as an example, and then maybe I could have 4.5 left. I've got 8 million left. Oh, yeah! Wow! How the hell have I got that much money? Okay.
I've got 3.8 in the bank.
3.8 in the bank. What? Just there?
On my team.
What? Just in the bank, as in to spend?
As in to spend, yeah.
Wow.
Where
have you got 3 million from? Where's that come from?
No, almost 4.
How? How's this happened, Jason?
Magic. Did a transfer, mate. I told you.
We're at half time. 1-0.
Half time. Brilliant. I can put the kettle on. I'm actually going to put the kettle on. Be right back.
I think what's quite difficult as well, Phil, is that you could argue, is it a good or a bad thing? Well, I would argue it's a good thing, but the fact that the fact that we stream every single day, it's quite difficult for me and Jason to keep cloak and dagger regarding what moves we're doing. I mean, I could easily just say X player, I want to bring him, I bring him in, and then one of my rivals just copies, i.e. Jason. Jason, we know, has done Son to Hudson-Odoi, virtually admitted that the other day, or yesterday, in fact. We've got an AEW question from FPL Penguin. May as well turn this into all elite FPL wrestling here. I'm loving John Moxley Penguin. Absolutely loving him. I think that all the talk about John Moxley, Dean Ambrose in WWE being the Stone Cold Steve Austin of this era, I never saw that in him whatsoever. Comes to all elite FPL wrestling, I'm going to make that a thing. And yeah, I just think that I've now seen what the wrestling experts saw in John Moxley. It's that stone cold kind of, it's that barroom brawler. It's just brilliant. In fact, you know what? I'm going to say to Jason to look at AEW merchandise. I know you mentioned AEW merchandise earlier on, Penguin, but maybe Jason does the old, that simple, I think it's a grey top, with the AEW logo, but instead it says AEW and underneath all elite FPL wrestling. Jason, we got a task for you. But that's a good question there from Sherlock Hulk. Any Pope alternatives? The fixtures seem to be tough now. Well, let's just quickly look over goalkeepers as an example. Patrizio, potentially, but Wolves just can't seem to keep clean sheets. I say they can't keep clean sheets. They've had 3, I believe, this season. Yeah, three clean sheets this season. Fixtures are looking good, but if you're looking for a specific straight swap, Matt Ryan, Henderson, maybe, but Sheffield United's fixtures, again, not great whatsoever. That's the problem. There's just no standout cheap keepers to be getting in regarding their fixtures. Roberto, maybe, for West Ham. You know, Juggernaut's got him in, and their next 2 fixtures, in fact 3 fixtures, are really, really nice. Sheffield United at home, Newcastle at home, and then Burnley away. I could genuinely see them keeping a minimum. Well,
just want to say there's only maybe 16 likes on the video and 160 people watching, so use your finger and hit that like button. There you
go. Yeah. If Aubameyang gets a hat-trick, I'm drinking a bit of the bubbly. We all like a bit of the bubbly. But nice. Alex Volo's there. There we are. That's your task then. Alex Volo, come up with an all elite FPL wrestling t-shirt. I'll buy one for me and my brother. There we are, Alex Volley. There we are, Jason, as well. We can get that up on the website, elitefpl.com, for any Elite FPL merchandise you want to be bringing in. There's your plug. Chris Jericho's another one in All Elite AEW. He is just superb. He really has come out. I mean, he was brilliant for WWE anyway, but for All Elite Wrestling, he's just, it's like with all of them, they've been given the right just to do what they like, basically. Stick within the storyline, and happy days. Yassine talking about Mendy there. If he stays fit, he's a great option. Do you know what? I completely agree with you. In fact, do you know what? I'm actually seriously thinking of getting in Mendy for Pereira. What are your thoughts, Jack?
Can I just ask? I want to ask a more important question, and that is: should I go with the Toffee Crisp mug, the
why have we got an Elite FPL mug for?
The spotted mug, or the blank white mug? Answers in chat. I'll be right back.
Adato, Akiyemi. May as well have Chris Jericho play for my team in Game Week 10 when he's going to do better than most of them. Most of our players. Steve-O, thoughts on Jericho's inner circle stable? I'll tell you exactly my thoughts on that. It's just it's just, you can either, I look at them as the cooperation of the Vince McMahon Stone Cold Rock days back in 1998, 1999. That's how I see it as. If AEW plays this right, which I think they will do, what I've noticed with AEW is that they're creating a story in which they're letting the heels, the bad guys, win. If you do that, it means that the faces, the good guys, when it comes to their big pay-per-views, we're going to be invested in a story in which we're going to want the good guys to win. That's where WWE fails, because they just let the good guys win all the time now. And it doesn't make any sense, and it's really, well, it doesn't matter because I haven't watched it for a year. But the point being is that what AEW are very clever at is that because they're allowing the heels to dominate, it makes people like me think, you know what? I want Kenny Omega to win. I want the Young Bucks to do well. In fact, when the Lucha Brothers came out and attacked SCU, and SCU, oh my God, Christopher Daniels, the way he walks out, the Ric Flair start, it's just stunning. And when the Lucha Brothers attacked them, it got me invested. I was angry, and I don't want them to win. I love the Lucha Brothers. I think they're amazing what they do, but I just want SCU to win now for what they did. Cy Bellamy, have I had a McDonald's today? Nah, I don't eat McDonald's every day. Notorious Nerd, Wrestle Talk with Steve-O. I could have done that a couple of years ago. Not anymore. Not anymore, I'm afraid. I can't do Wrestle Talk anymore because, yeah. Hassan, can we not talk football? No. Because at the moment, football is absolutely dire. We've got a terrible game on at the moment. Fantasy football's a load of rubbish, so... Mavid Dykels. It's all fake. Yeah, we all know that. Doesn't matter. Uncle Juicy TV. Steve, you really need a wrestling channel? Nah. PW Torch. Get all your wrestling fixes with PW Torch. That's what you need. Talk about Torquay United, Steve-O. All I know is that they're managed by Gary Johnson and they're doing very well. Other than that, they've got to the first round of the FA Cup. Steve-O, did you take a -12 this week? No, I did a wild card. Why would I do a -12? I don't want to be going that. I wouldn't do a Jason. Arnie Arnold, it's the calm before the storm of the goals when the season kicks in. Oh, I don't know. Brew, talk about the Bills, Steve-O. Well, I'm up to the 2006 era, and the storyline kind of revolves around a subject matter I don't really want to be talking about live on air, but it's a very controversial one, which kind of involved a real life incident that happened in London regarding the tubes, shall we say. It's a bit dark, really, the actual storyline itself, but well, let's hope so, Arioki. The goals will be FPL Penguin, talk about The Office. I could quote you The Office. I'm not going to talk about it. Yassine. Steve-O, your thoughts on Jimenez? Is he worth a punt? Yes. He's not worth a punt. He's worth having in the team.
Are we turning this into a wrestling podcast?
I'm not going to... We're going to hide the message, but another hoops. Forget the Bill back in the 2000s. Talk about the 90s. Well, to be fair, the Bill in the 90s up to 2002 was by far the best era possible. That was legitimately stunning. There was real characters, real proper storylines that you could get invested in. John Harris, Mae Young giving birth to the Hand. Blimey, that's 2000. That within context was actually really, really funny, because when I did my history regarding watching, that's right, I watched every single Raw from the very first episode in January 2000 up to the point of where I wanted to see where WWE became rubbish, which was in the 2004 era, where essentially it was just the Triple H show, the Ric Flair show, Randy Orton show. It was just, it was so
and then
bad.
And then it was John Cena, and then that was
John
it.
Cena came in 2006, and then yeah.
Well, I stopped watching it, and I stopped watching it about just before about 2005.
Do you remember Eugene, Jason?
Eugene.
Samajit Singh is mentioning about even watching Eugene was fun. Now I remember, of course, remember.
When was Eugene? What era was that?
Eugene was 2003. He was how can we say, he had childlike issues for a grown man.
Oh, yes. I remember Eugene. Yeah, I just Googled him. Yeah.
Yeah. James mentioned about SmackDown early 2003 was amazing. I didn't want to watch. It was really weird. I didn't want to watch SmackDown because I didn't want to go and break my allegiance to Raw.
Kane was my favourite.
Jesus.
I loved the intro. I just loved the intro. Sorry. Yeah, literally. And then the fire that it scared me. And then Rey Mysterio came in, and I like Rey Mysterio because he was like did hurricanranas like all day long. I love that sort of like style of wrestling. And the 619.
that's why AEW is so good, because some of the moves.
Yeah, the six. Yeah.
These teams are pulling off is just ridiculous.
I checked out the Young Bucks, by the way. I do like them. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, stunning! If you are joining us for the first time ever, and you're wondering what the hell's going on, we are the latest all elite FPL wrestling show with myself and Jason.
If we don't make it in FPL, we're going to make it in FPL wrestling. Here we go. We're rebranding, guys. We're rebranding.
Invest in Chris Jericho.
Got shares in Chris Jericho.
Yes, there is a game going on at the moment. It's about to kick off again. It is Sheffield United winning at the moment 1-0 at half time against Arsenal. It was Muzzet getting the goal and O'Connell with the assist. Bruce, Steve-O, please tell me you remember Carlito when he splits the... I have no idea what you're talking about, I'm afraid. Sorry about that.
I remember Rikishi though. Anyway, enough wrestling talk. We're back. The game's back on. We've got a lot of action to talk about. Lita and Trish.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, he was good.
I agree with the Cape FPL here. I started watching wrestling around WrestleMania 5, gave up during the Ruthless Aggression era. Yeah, that was 2004, 2005. It was awful. It was so... In fact, it may have been towards the end of 2003. Because I remember Vince McMahon coming out, and even fitting within the... Oh, it was just terrible.
Were you Hardy Boys or Dudley Boys?
Neither.
Did you not?
I love their matches. Don't get me wrong.
The matches were amazing. The matches are brilliant, but I always used to root for the Hardys.
The first time them two fought was at Royal Rumble 2000. Dudley Boys and Hardy Boys in a table match. That was fantastic.
Why would grown-ups? Well, I was only about 13, but I still enjoy what.
why would grown-ups enjoy films, Hollywood productions, theatre, performance, everything? It's a performance at the end of the day, and
at the end of the day, they do things. They do things that a lot of people wouldn't ever be able to do, and it's quite entertaining.
From an athletic ability perspective, it's incredible. It's absurd. It's ridiculous.
Okay, Joe Willock has gone off, and Ceballos is now on.
Well, they're not even covering the game. What's going on? The game is that boring that 5 Live have stopped covering it. Oh, really? I met Edge, FPL Penguin. I met Edge at Liverpool's Comic Con, and I've met Jericho twice with his band Fozzy. God, they were awful at Download 2005. The ever came to these shores, absolutely awful. But
Alexander Otorov, he is going to get a clean sheet. Lundstrom's going to get a clean sheet. Take that to the bank right now. Boom.
Yep, he will do. you just know it.
What's that name? A Turnerian accent. Is that right? I don't know. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. We're talking wrestling.
Yeah, Fozzy are awesome according to FPL Penguin. Certainly their latest album. It's I'm not going to lie. The songs that they've released, fair play to them. They're very, very, very mature, and certainly Fozzy have now made it. I mean, they've been going on for nearly 20 years, for crying out loud, and finally, after 20 years, they've the Jericho Cruise. We'll get the Elite FPL Cruise one day, Jason.
Okay. I got a feeling Akedu says that. Hey, Steve-O likes Scott Steiner.
He was rubbish. He was awful. His entrance at SummerSlam 2002.
Oh, here we go. Guys, you've got Steve-O in wrestling mode. You've got Steve-O in wrestling mode now. We need to start a new FPL, a new YouTube channel, I think. What do you reckon, Steve-O? Can you dedicate 60? Can you dedicate 16 hours of your week to do another one?
I genuinely used to be. If you had asked me a couple of years ago, absolutely, but not anymore. Not anymore. I'm not that invested. I mean, AEW. I mean, annoyingly, the fact that ITV only have it on ITV Hub. I mean, it's not just on ITV Hub. They do show it on ITV4, but they cut it, they edit it, so which is very, very frustrating, to be honest with you.
Anything happening in the game, Stevie?
No. Everybody, here's a quick question. What do you think the game will end as? What do you guys think this game will end as?
1-0. 1-0. Sheffield United.
You think it will end 1-0 Sheffield United?
Yeah.
I'll go 1-1.
Really? Okay.
So everybody thoughts in chat, by the way.
Saka's on 0. Currently.
Uncle Juicy Lucy. Why can't they show AEW live, Steve? That'll be TV rights. Guarantee that. That'll be just TV rights. A lot of scores coming. Sherlock Holt 2-0 late goal. Arnie Arnold. Lundstrom goal and assist, and then come off. And then Aubameyang hat-trick. Wishful thinking. Darren Wald. Ric Flair. It's spelled R-I-C. Come on, Darren. R-I-C. It's Ric Flair. 2-1 Sheffield United from Scott Speed. James 2-1 to Arsenal. Darren Walsh 1-1. Amin 3-2. 1-1 Lacazette.
Should I buy FIFA 20 or PES 20, JC? Neither. Get a membership on our channel. Put your money to good use. Get a badge. Arsenal don't look too dangerous, but are higher up the pitch so far this half, says Jacko.
The Cape FPL and FPL Penguin, this has got nothing to do with football, but regarding the Fight app, interesting.
The what app?
I know you've got to pay for it. But
the what app?
It's
the Fight app.
They,
okay.
The Fight, FITE. It's basically for boxing and wrestling, but yeah, it's just cheap, isn't it? I mean, again, it's getting the time to watch it for myself, but I have to admit though, I'm that invested in AEW. I think I may pull my finger out and potentially either subscribe to something to watch it, because a bit like with this show, shows my support to AEW, to be honest with you, and they are making waves in the wrestling world, especially for WWE. They are. And of course, Arsenal are all over Sheffield United now.
Well, they're going to be, aren't they? They're going to have to come out. Is any sign on Lacazette yet, guys? Are you warming up?
Thank you, Uma, for that comment there. Appreciate it. Certainly something for me to listen into. Another hoops. It is on ITV4, but they edit it. They cut out a lot of stuff. So yeah, and it's on really, really late at night for me anyway. No sign of Lacazette whatsoever. Useless.
Reckon on the 60th minute, says Aki. Oh dear.
Cheers, Penguin. See you soon, mate.
Take care, Penguin.
With us about that collaboration, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Some actually saying back to Monday Night Wars with AEW versus WWE. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. AEW have got a long way to go to be. I'm
just gonna
denting anything into WWE. But if AEW's viewers go up and up and up, and they start taking away from WWE, that's when it will start. Alexander Todorov, actually, with or without Lacazette, Aubameyang looks like not a captain choice. He is either playing with some youngsters on top, or when Lacazette plays, he's on the wing and affecting the fixtures. My basic understanding is that he actually plays better when Lacazette's on. Brett Mollison, I have 1-1 in the predictor game. I need it. It's hard competing with those who own the Back to the Future. Yeah.
The Back to the Future car. Almanac. Oh, yeah. The Almanac. Yeah, the Almanac. Yeah.
Cheers, Penguin. Thank you. Jason will contact you through Twitter. I'll just leave it in Jason's hands.
Me? Oh.
Yes, you.
You're the Twitter guy. Arsenal look better. Arsenal looking better, says Simon Bellamy.
Do you want to reveal, Jason, who your transfers were this week?
Right, Goblin 140. Goblin 140 says, "I just wanted to say, I might not understand or like wrestling, but still, I'd surely watch 3 hours of Steve-O talking and streaming about it."
It's very nice.
That's a pretty. That's a compliment. Yeah. Yeah, I did a transfer. I'll just let you know what I did. You guys can kind of give me your thoughts.
Before you do it, well, listen out, everybody. Jason's now going to reveal what he's done. So all you rivals out there, listen in.
Yassine's got it right. Yes, Yassine's got it right. Son to Hudson-Odoi. There we go. There's my team.
Why have you done that? Genuinely, I'm genuinely surprised. One of the better players for Tottenham, and just seems to him.
I just don't. I after watching the highlights of Tottenham, they're very, very fortunate to get anything out of that game. I don't want to keep any Tottenham players, and I freed up quite a bit of money. Got 3.8 now in the bank, and I'm not going to spend any points. I don't think I'm going to spend any points bringing anyone in. But obviously, the next week after, I could upgrade possibly one of Rico. Could upgrade Ramsdale. I can upgrade, Loughton in my team. There's options there.
Yeah, I mean,
and Son went down in price as well, and Hudson-Odoi went up in price.
Yeah, I mean, Brew coming with that question about
cancelling you out
captain this week, and then we've got JC shouts for the captaincy next week. Well, it's quite simply this: you either go with a Man City asset in Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne. Well, Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling, of course. Other shouts would be Aubameyang at home to Crystal Palace. The captaincy at the moment for me is on Mane against Tottenham. And if you've got any Man United players potentially on them, I wouldn't personally be. The Burnley-Chelsea game, again, it's going to be tight. I think Chelsea would come out on top 2-1 just. Could be 1-1, but I think Chelsea will come out on top on that 2-1. They're usually quite tight at our ground. If it was at Chelsea's ground, I think it'd be a bit more open. But because it's at our ground, I think it's going to be tight. I think 2-1, 2-0 to Chelsea, certainly. And, of course, Abraham could get both goals. Join us. We should be doing a live. In fact, we will be. I will be anyway, certainly, streaming through that particular game. Maybe have a captain during that game. Who knows when we're watching us live? But I'll tell you what, Jason, Sunday's looking great this week. You've got Newcastle Wolves at 2, but then at 4:30, 3 games: Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Spurs, Norwich versus you lot, Man United.
The fixtures have been kind of weird, haven't they? Like in terms of the
it's all the Champions League.
Yeah. All kind of stacked up. Whose team's on the screen? Whose team? That's my team, Another Hoops. What do you think of it? It's got 3.8 in the bank.
What do people think in chat of Jason's transfer of Son to Hudson-Odoi? I'd like to see what people are thinking. Greasy trumpet. Chelsea have scored well away from home recently. Yes, but against a very stubborn Burnley team, I wouldn't be thinking 4 or 5 goals.
Son will score, says Brew. Don't be silly. Well, actually going on my history, every player that I get out seems to do something the week after.
Shaban thinks it's a nice upgrade. Yeah. Oh, well, of course it would. Could Arsenal score, please? One thing I've got to be honest, doing these streams when it's just one team, and we should stop doing them because we just can't seem to get a game where there's actually goals galore. Oh my goodness. Absolutely rubbish. It's going to end 1-0, isn't it?
Yep. A Lundstrom clean sheet. I'll take that. And possibly bonus points. Possibly bonus points. Will Lundstrom get bonus points? Let's quickly have a look.
I just get so frustrated when the big teams can't demolish the bottom half teams. It really does get on my nerves. Cy Bellamy, this was never going to be goals goal. No, but I would have thought that Arsenal could get a minimum. I would like to think 2 goals in this game. They're the kind of team that do like to.
No, Lundstrom's not getting. I don't think Lundstrom's getting any bonus points. He's only on 4 bonus points. He's on 4 BPS basically. On 4 points, he's nowhere near. He's nowhere near the value. Yeah.
Arsenal haven't won a Premier League away game in which they were losing at half time since 2011.
I just heard that. Yeah, they haven't won a away game since 2011 that they were losing at half time. There we go, Dan. Our bet's Dan, if you're there, our bet is back on, my friend. United to finish above Arsenal.
I do agree with Tahir here that Sheffield United are the new Stoke. I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
They're a hard team to beat down. Well, they're quite a well-drilled. They're a really well-drilled defensive team.
Man City, David Hackinson. Man City's got an early kickoff. Do you really want to be captaining Kevin De Bruyne or Aguero? Well, I see what you're saying, but Friday night it's Sheffield. It's Southampton versus Leicester. So in a way, even though it's an early kickoff, it's kind of like the second game in, so to speak. And you never know, there may be a deadline day stream.
Notorious says, I think I'll play Lundstrom and bench Soyuncu next week.
Don't blame you.
Well, I'm...
Morning, Sydney Hammer. Morning to you.
Morning, Sydney. The game's getting better, apparently, Jacko's saying in chat. Well, they really need to pull out the stops. I mean, here we go. There's the points for Lundstrom. O'Connell's on 11, even with the yellow card. What was going on?
Sheffield United almost scored.
Right, almost scored, right. Okay. Who's got Henderson? Anyone got Henderson in chat? Anyone? Almost a Lundstrom assist, apparently.
Yeah. Fleck, yeah, notorious FPL Boone has confirmed a Fleck shot.
Right.
All I care about now is winning my bet, but they ain't going to come through. I just wasted time. As Daily Llama said the other day, when the fun stop, I should have just stopped the other day when I came out broken even. Archie Kendall, I bought on Henderson on a -4. Fair enough. Fair enough. What on earth made you bring in Henderson? What was the foresight in that?
Well, because Sheffield United are a good defensive team. That's the reason why. That's why people got Lundstrom in.
Goalkeepers with better fixtures at his price to be bringing in.
Got any saves, Henderson? I don't think he's got any saves yet, has he?
Well, Arsenal need to shoot, don't they? Play me now.
Lacazette's warming up, says Booner in chat. Here we go. This is the last roll of the dice for Emery. Personally, I think he should have brought him on at half time. God. What's your next plan with 3.8 in the bank? Another hoops? I have absolutely no idea. I honestly have no idea what my plan's going to be with 3.8 in the bank. Wait, if Steve-O's betting against Lunny, he's guaranteed a clean sheet.
Well, to be fair, if I'm honest with you, I do FPL, what I call FPL bets. So basically, whatever players that I don't own, but that are highly owned in FPL or whatever, or that I've got rid of, or I just deliberately bet on them. So
I wonder how many people have got Lundstrom on their bench coming on though. That's the thing. Like, it's probably a lot of people. I think all the people that didn't have Aguero play, didn't have Salah play. I think Lundstrom's gonna, with that clean sheet, is gonna really affect. Well, I don't think he's gonna affect actually. I don't think he's gonna affect the overall rankings much.
Pseudo Geek, best keeper to replace Adrian. Jason, who did you replace Adrian with?
Best goalkeeper to replace Adrian with. Well, I brought in Ramsdale, and that turned out all right. But I think the best, well, Alisson, I would say, is your best replacement out of all, or Edison, if you're going to go with money isn't an option. But if you're looking at around about the 4.5 to 5, then I would say Matt Ryan is still a good one to get in. What's Pepe ownership? It's going to be low. I think it's probably less than 1 or 2%. Yeah,
Well, the greasy trumpet has Lundstrom and Rico coming off the bench.
No, that's why.
Unreal. I nearly swore then. Unreal.
Here we go. I have a bad feeling Lacazette's going to come on and score, says FPL Boona. Well, maybe they should sub off Lundstrom now then. Lundstrom's an absolute bargain basement buy of the season. Hicks 76, I agree. He's like the Wan-Bissaka of this year. Or it's more like he's like the Doherty, Wan-Bissaka of last year. He's absolutely just amazing. Amazing to have on your bench. Might as well play a pub defence at this rate with bargain basement players. Well, that's why we're seeing more FPL managers take money out of the defence, aren't we? Well, how many people got downgraded Robertson to afford premium attackers? An Aubameyang penalty is going to be the next goal. It says David Hackinson in chat. What do you think about that? There's a good chance.
United with Aldrich. He's not protesting. He took the ball. He pushed it past. Guendouzi throws himself to the floor. Simulation.
Yellow card? Is that a yellow card?
Second yellow card.
Second yellow card? Yeah, Guendouzi off. Somebody had Guendouzi. Who was it? Wait, Guendouzi, second yellow card. Are you serious?
Yellow card for Kolasinac. For McGoldrick.
Right, okay.
For McGoldrick.
I thought for a minute there that Guendouzi was going to get red carded. Oh, it was the first yellow, right? Okay. Steve-O was paying attention to his radio. He'd be able to answer me then. He's tweeting. Well, actually, are you tweeting out? Really?
If anybody wants to retweet what I've just sent out, by all means, at Elite FPL, I've just put out a funny tweet. Essentially, it just says, if you're bored of this Sheffield United versus Arsenal game, why not join us here talking all things AEW? It's more blinking enjoyable, I can assure you. Who's looking forward to is it Fight of the Fury, everybody? The pay-per-view coming up? Cody versus Chris Jericho?
Cody's the one with half the face painted, isn't he?
No, that's his brother, Dusty. Gold Dust.
He winded me up.
No, Dustin.
Dustin.
No, being serious.
Dustin. No. My dog's name is Flack. Interesting fact from Greasy Trumpet there in chat. This game has been a joke. This game week has been a joke, yeah.
I completely agree with you. Another hoops. The first 3 episodes of AEW have been really, really good and reinvigorated my love for wrestling. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. NXT is absolutely amazing. Well, when I was watching it, and I think it's still up to the same standards. My problem with it is the fact that it's just an association with WWE, and the fact that when those wrestlers moved up to WWE, or let's be honest here, the cruiserweight division, just embarrassing, just ruining people.
Brett, how far behind are you? I screamed red card about 10 minutes ago. No, the red card that never was.
While we're bored, let's go for the league and let's look at the more
regular members. No. Let's talk about the community league.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Yes, let's bring up the community league. There we go. That'll pass a bit of time.
We'll find out whoever's in it is number 1 in the world. Find out.
Right, so let's bring the community league up. So this league is just ridiculous right now. Where am I?
Geordie Christ is top, and he's 48th in the world. And he played his bench boost this week.
Hang on, wrong one. Where's the? I'm literally blind right now. There we go, found it. I'm 747th. Yeah, all hail King Kane, Geordie Christ. Yeah, 45. Played his bench boost. What? Played his bench boost? Oh my god. He's played his bench boost. He's got Lundstrom and Rico.
Yeah, of course. But Aguero didn't start for him, so and McGovern.
Oh,
so
yeah,
McGovern,
yeah. So McGovern,
Aguero got
yeah.
0 points. So.
Still, yeah.
He's dominating. He's 29 points ahead of second spot. That's a huge gap, considering how close the mini league is.
29 points ahead of. Wow, yeah, he is. Second place is Kim Annie Schmuller.
Captain Vardy.
Captain Vardy, yeah.
Wow.
Big green arrow for him. He is currently just outside the top 1,000. It's about where I was this time last season. Oh, I missed those days. It's got Son in there. It's got Lundstrom. But he's not going to be getting Lundstrom, though.
Look at this third spot. And then look at, he's played his wild card.
Right.
Who on earth brings in Target on their wild card? And then, of course, Target got a goal this weekend.
What?
I just... So this particular individual's wild card...
A time traveller does that, Stevie.
Yeah. 47 points. Gazinha, Alexander-Arnold, Pereira, Target, Mount, Mane, Hudson-Odoi, De Bruyne, Callum Wilson, Jimenez, Aubameyang. And then on the bench, Matt Ryan, Montoya, Loughton and Dendonka. That's crazy.
Josh says, I've got Lundstrom and Rico on the bench because Otamendi and Salah didn't play and on 35. Yeah, right, Josh. Don't rub it in.
No, rub it in. Good. I'm glad you got him coming on.
Oh, dear. Well, I've got Lundstrom 6 points. I'm hoping he keeps clean sheet because I need...
Look at this.
What?
Fourth spot has got a lovely midfield, and you'll know why when you bring him up.
Scorpion.
Beautiful.
Scorpius XTR. Robin Ekman from Finland. Wow. David Silva, Sterling, De Bruyne. Wow. That is a nice midfield. It's got Haller though. Don't know if I'd be keeping hold of him.
No, I'd be downgrading him to Jimenez.
You got Lundstrom, third sub.
Will he be coming on though?
Nope.
Well, Ian Rose, he is 12th. He's number 1 in our Cashman League, but he's number 12 in the
Community League. Community League. And we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got another Show Me Da Mane joining the Community League here.
Oh, really?
JC is in chat. There we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 more teams. No, nine more teams joining our community league just this week. I think we've got like 17, maybe 1,800 people in the community league at the moment, which is ridiculous.
But we're nowhere near the average scores for leagues because they've updated that. I don't know if you remember. GWiz put it up, but the website finally has updated.
What Henderson save was it?
Henderson seems to be on a masterclass now.
Apparently, a former Liverpool player, Nick Tanner, is in number 1 in the world.
Yeah, this is old. This is ancient news.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
The interview that he gave about him doing really well was ridiculous. Coming out with the most ridiculous, stupid statements. Like, for example, they said, "How are you doing so well this season?" And he just said, "Well, I captain something along the lines of I captain the best player." Well,
I captain the best player every week. There you go. That's the secret, guys. Captain the best player every week.
Dean Henderson has got a yellow card. Thank you, FPL Booner and Side Bellamy, for that. Wow. That can't be right. Opus has gone from 20,000 down to 120,000.
What? Opus, did you take a point hit and what's your score? That's what I want to know.
Ewan Williams, what's the league code? It's Alpha
Honestly,
Delta Bravo Kilo Zulu.
Guys, I'm so bored of this game. I just feel like booting up Rocket League and playing a few games of that.
You may as well do. Zain Hussein, our Cash Money League closed on the day before Game Week 1. So there's no point in asking about the Cash Money League because that is closed.
Next year, guys, I don't want. Next year we're going to do it differently. The Cash Money League is going to be done differently because it was an absolute admin headache this year, and I imagine there's going to be a lot more people wanting to join next year. So we're going to do it via a third-party website. It'll be a lot easier. Stream Rocket League, Jason. I'll stay. What happened there? Norwood.
Nothing is the simple answer. Norwood coming in close, but...
Well, so what? It's end-to-end at the moment, is it?
No, it's not end-to-end. Of course, it's not blinking end-to-end. It's one way. One way every 15 minutes.
I've got 30 points, but still went up in the league. Wow. Oh, here we go. So Opus is on 20 overall. He's got 20 points overall. Yeah, 24 minus 4, 20. Apparently it's all Arsenal, says Simon Bellamy. But are they just passing it around or are they actually giving it a good go? I know Henderson had a good save a moment ago.
Brett Morrison, if that was to happen, are you closing the community so number one in the whole world can't enter the game week 38? Don't you worry about that. Nothing like that. In fact, we had that incident last season, didn't we, Jason?
Dave
where
FPL.
Block FPL.
Oh, was it? No, Block FPL, wasn't it?
It was Block FPL, yeah. Block FPL joined the community league, and he said that it would be a bit wrong of him to be given the prize. So John Harris, we gave it to him because obviously he dominated last year. JC, Steve-O should replace Martin Tyler. No chance. What's the bonus points at the moment, Jason? That's what Anurag wants to know.
Bonus points as it stands right at the moment. You're looking at O'Connell with 3 bonus points overall over a total of 32 points. We've got Musette on bonus 2 with 27. And then we've got shared bonus points between Henderson, Basham, Egan and Baldock currently on 23. So yeah, if that's excited anyone, I don't know. Certainly not excited me.
Okay, do we do Champions League fantasy football? In fact, no, but interestingly enough, that was the first ever fantasy football game I played online.
Well,
I did terribly, Alex. I didn't know what I was doing.
Maybe next year I will have a crack at it and may do a little midweek stream. So there you go.
That could be bonus content for our members.
Yeah. Oh god, we've just lost 100 viewers, Stevie. No Lundstrom.
How long is this match left? 10 minutes. Just end the game now.
Yeah.
Seriously, what are your thoughts on if this ends 1-0?
Well, I called it, didn't I? I said well, not at the beginning of the game I didn't, but I said it would be. I thought it'd be a boring game. I did think that Arsenal would score, though. To be honest with you, I did think that they would score. But just from the just from the reports from in chat and on what you were hearing on the radio, and also just for the negativity that's kind of Lacazette's on now, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Will Arsenal get a late goal? That is the question. It's
No. We do need that goal, Chris Sutton, but he ain't coming. Just to brighten up this.
Where's Dan
game.
Ball gone? That's what I want to know. Where is he? What hole is he hiding in at the moment?
Oh, Kolasinac close for the header, but
Well, I want to say one thing though to keep people's hopes up. Currently, Lundstrom's on 21 points on the bonus system. He only needs 2 or 3 more, and he could be getting in on the bonus points, guys. So let's hold out hope that there's still time for him to get in on the bonus points. He's shot up.
Talking of Vince Chapman, who's just written a message there. Just to remind everybody, on Friday the 1st of November, for all you hardcore Elite FPL members out there, Booner, Vince Chapman to name 2, Notorious Nerd there as well. We are celebrating Daily Llama. We are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of us going live for the first time on YouTube. So come and join us on Friday the 1st, where myself, Jason, and of course special host Dan will be celebrating all things All Elite FPL Wrestling on the 1st of November, which is in 2 weeks' time. So a week Friday. Just come along for a bit of fun and come live on air and tell us why you enjoy Elite FPL. Share some of your favourite moments. Give us some of your memories. Tell us how you got involved in Elite FPL, why you enjoy what we do so much. In fact, if you want to write there in chat now, what makes you keep coming back? We've got 160 people watching this at the moment.
Have we really got that many? Got that many?
Which is outstanding. I can't believe.
Maybe they're just bored as well as we are then.
Yeah, Anurag, usual time. Yeah, it's the usual time. Maybe about 8 o'clock or whatever.
This game needs a Lundstrom goal, doesn't it, guys? This game needs a Lundstrom goal.
If Lacazette scores the last goal and Arsenal win in a 2-1 victory, I'll drink some vodka. But I know it ain't gonna happen. So
in a 2-1 victory, what really? Just 2 quick goals, one after the other.
I've got a bet on Lundstrom on what's his face, Lacazette scoring the last goal, and I've also got 2-1 victory to Arsenal. But
well, we got 170 people apparently. David Hackinson says, "I'm here because misery loves company." Says Openness. I mean, it literally is. I am absolutely loving this because I don't own any Arsenal players, and I've got Lundstrom on the bench coming on for me. So I'm happy that this clean sheet. Please, Lundstrom, keep this clean sheet. And could you sneak in to those bonus points, please, Lunny? Let's do it. He's only 2 away.
Brett Mollison with the funny streaming. Go streaming on your mobile phone and capping the broadcast to just 12 people like the old times. Well, interestingly enough, during the game week 38 of last season, so we're only talking May, basically there was only 8 of you at the start of the show, and 2 of you are here now, FPL Booner and Notorious Nerd. You were 2 of, I think, about 5 or 6 people that were watching us on the final day of last season.
No, there's more than that, wasn't there?
No, not when we first went on. We had a 10-minute intro.
Oh, a 10-minute intro. Just to give people a heads up that we were going live. 10 minutes. Wow, really? Yassine Klauscher says, please hit the like button. No one's hit it since Jason's asked us to do it. That seemed, what was that, about an hour ago? It is growing, Penguin. It is. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it wasn't that long ago, like Steve-O said, it was just like 2 or 3 people in the chat. But there's 170 of you in the chat now, and I can still read every comment. So I'm loving it because I do really enjoy reading your comments out. I remember you on Facebook, so Simon Bellamy. Yeah, Facebook.
I'm going to, funny enough, I'm going to, or you should, repost the video that you did, the vignette of, because in fact, I'll probably put it up actually.
I'll do it on the intro. Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's the start up with the piano music, and then there's me and Dan, the very first ever.
Yeah, the very first ever podcast you did. Yeah,
it's brilliant. Another Hoops, thank you for the kind words there, saying that he got into us during the summer. Thank you for that during the pre-season. Brilliant. Oh wow, we're now up to 2,720 subs.
Really? Wow. Brilliant. I'll see if I can play some things. Hang on, let me just see. I'll play something that's quite funny. Just to keep you guys entertained. Give me a second.
Yeah, you play a game. I'll keep talking.
How about we play?
So welcome to everybody that's joining us. I'm not going to lie. In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to have to go for a quick break. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give you a little clip, SMZ.
Oh, go on, man.
I've got to go and put my washing into the tumble dryer right now, so I'll be gone for about 30 seconds.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a backhanded
There you go.
compliment.
Have some of that. Shambles.
A few moments later.
Down, 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 down. Shambles.
I love that. Right, anyway, we've got plenty more where that came from, guys. If we get bored, we just play some of these. Sorry, Steve-O, you didn't get to see it, but yeah, it's brilliant.
I'll see it on the
You've seen it, yeah, you'll see it on the replay, yeah, it's fine. Who wants any more? Anyone want any more? That's fine.
And now I'll just address what Sydney Hammer saying about it's not all about the quantity, but the quality sometimes too. All the Elite FPL community are fantastic. I mean, we do put out. I don't know if it's a backhanded compliment or it's just a compliment in general. I don't know, but to be honest with you, the basic history is all you need to know. Is that at the end of the day, myself and Jason, it's either do this or just do this behind a desk, doing it with ourselves. And to be honest with you, we'd rather involve everybody in a wonderful narrative and storyline that we're creating regarding this Cash Mini League. It's because it's just crazy. Cy Bellamy making the point. I wasn't calling Jason a liar about Pookie. I was calling him a fraud.
Yeah, that was it. The fraud. I think I found it. Hang on. I think I found it. This is it. I'm going to play the fraud one. There we go. I'll play it now. Here we go. Oh crap, that's big.
To be fair then, I mean, the fact that he did say that this news about King not playing today because of an illness to a close relative and he decided to get him out. Was that being reported last night?
And I've got the mighty Pookie. I joined the Pookie train yesterday.
No, that was just this morning. There was a YouTube.
So he didn't. So that's a load of rubbish then. So he's lying.
I'm convinced that he can do something at home to Newcastle. I am planning an early wildcard, so I'm not putting all my eggs in a few baskets. Obviously, got Wilson there as cover still, and with the news this morning with King possibly not featuring, it's only going to be an added bonus.
Because he wouldn't have been able to, unless he had 0.5 in the bank, which he didn't have 0.5 in the bank, did he?
I don't think so, but either way, the players were the same price, weren't they?
I'm calling Jason out now. You're a fraud. You're a fraud because you said today on the stream.
Yesterday.
That you brought him in because there were rumours about Josh King and an illness to a member of his family, and you acted on that information.
With the news this morning with King possibly not featuring, it's only going to be an added bonus.
Well, you couldn't have acted on it because Pookie went up in price by 0.1. Now, unless you had 0.5 in the bank, which I don't think you have, then you're a liar, and you've actually made the transfer last night before the price rise. Don't get me wrong, well done to you, and well done to anybody that brought in Pookie, but yes, you've deceived quite a few people there, my friend. Anyway.
There we go. That was the clip. That was it. That was the old days. That was the early on in the
old days. It was last week, wasn't it?
The old.
In fact,
any goals? Has there been any goals yet?
I don't know. I've turned it off.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. The coin flip. Oh yeah, the coin flip. I don't know if I've got. See if I've got that somewhere.
Just for anybody listening in, since game, in fact, I'll ask this question actually to chat before you put any clips up. Here's a question. I wonder if anybody in chat so everybody in chat that's watching this, anybody's watching this now, how many? There are a few people that will know the answer to this. So essentially the moderators. So Boona, Brett Mollison, please, Daily Llama, don't put the answer in the chat. But how many streams have myself and Jason done since game week 1 and including to today? So there's been 84 days since game week 1.
Let them guess.
How many streams have we done since then?
And I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this clip of me freaking out when a daddy longlegs almost killed me on stream. Get ready for this.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, daddy longlegs just came in and almost killed me. Yeah, that was true. Daddy longlegs literally almost killed me on stream. Right. So, has anyone got it right yet, Steve-O?
One person's got it almost bang on the money.
Right.
And there's a lot of people coming in, 81, 59, 74, 120, 75. So yeah. The answer is Arnie Arnold. Congratulations to you. It is, you said 65, it's 64. Oh, Sydney David Hackinson there coming with 63. So David Hackinson and Arnie Arnold closest there. 64 streams we've done in 84 days. Go away. Yeah, we've done a lot. We have done a lot, but it's all enjoyable. It's all fun.
I can't believe that's a lot of streams.
Don't seem it though, and they've all been at least 2 hours long.
What's this one? What's this one? I'm just looking to see now. What guys. Oh, that's that one. -16. Oh, the -16. Who wants to see the -16, guys? Who wants to see the -16 video? If we get 20 yeses in chat, I'll play it.
So 20 yeses for what? To play what?
To play the video.
Cheers, Greasy Trumpet, for the kind word there. Well, there we are, Jason. You're gonna have to play it. I don't know if
there we go. There we go. There we go. Right, 1 second then.
Yeah.
Can I quickly just say that I've posted a team in the team screenshots. I know that this is going to blow the minds of our viewers right now. I've posted a team that I'm absolutely tempted to just press the button on.
Well, hold on a minute. What would that be? A -12, 14? Sorry, 16? What?
Yeah, -16.
So, in all seriousness, who would the transfer specifically be, Jason?
Right, Soyuncu, Salah, Sterling, Greenwood, Alexander Silva out for Rico, Mane, Lansbury, Pookie, and Aubameyang. Like this is when I could do with a wild card. Ironic. No, it's just knee jerk.
No, the attacking side of that team does look dope.
Cheers, G-Wiz. Thank you very much.
I am going to toss a coin right now. I'm going to toss a coin right now because this -16.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Jason.
It'd be a best of 3. It'd be a best of 3. Hang on.
Right, so it's quite obvious, everybody listening in chat, that Jason's going to be tossing a coin whether he does a -16 or not to get this team up on screen right now. Is he going to do it? Lots of people in chat are just saying, do it. I'm praying you do it.
Heads or tails? Right, are we gonna go chat? Are we gonna go with the heads to do it, or are we gonna go with the tails to do it? You let me know.
Well, straight away, heads. So the question is, will it be heads to do it or not do it? Is the question. Everybody get chatting in chat now. Heads to do it or heads not to do it? Oh, it's heads to do it, basically.
Right, I'm gonna just spin the coin. It's gonna fall on the ground. I'm gonna let you know exactly what it does. Right, best of 3, ladies and gentlemen.
This is live radio, live streaming.
First one, and it is. I don't believe it. It's head. Oh my god, my heart's beating. Right, second toss of the coin. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's falling underneath the bloody table. Hang on. Oh my god.
I don't believe it's doing this. This is going to be amazing.
I've got to bloody get the coin back. Oh my god! It's a head! It's only landed on heads! It's landed on heads! Oh my god! I pressed the button! I pressed the button!
Mate, you're going to have to prove it. The only way you can prove it is putting your team up. You've got to put your team up in this team selection thing to prove it.
I've done it. Hang on.
You've got to put it in the thing to prove it. Just to screenshot it or what?
Hang on.
Oh my god. I'm going to have a heart attack. I thought that was Mark Southerns then. It was Mark Saunders.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Gee whiz, Gappage eliminated right now. Ryan, there's no way you've done this. And Moet, come on, use your red. Steve-O, have a shot to celebrate. No, I'm not. I ain't drinking on this. Maybe on a Monday evening. And who knows? Anna Vesta, take a -60. Oh my goodness, John Harris, this is a clip. Well, SMZ is it? I'm sure you can do something like this. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Can I quickly just say that I've posted a team in. Yeah, so that for those people joining the stream, that was the -16 back. When was that? Game week 4, game week 5. So yeah, Faggy. Yeah, sorry, we're just reliving moments of previous streams. But yeah, the game's finished. Congratulations, everybody that owns Lundstrom, which is every man and woman that's watching the stream probably at the moment. So well done to everybody, and commiserations to those people that went with Aubameyang captain. Excited for tonight's game. Obviously, after a disappointing game week, it seems that again a very unpredictable scoreline, Steve-O.
Yeah. Just terrible, isn't it? Like I said, I'll just reiterate the point. I just think that it's just shocking from Arsenal's point of view. I think that this is a game that they should be going on to win. They're supposedly having ambitions to be getting into the Champions League, if not winning the league, as laughable as that is. But that is, Arsenal's goal at the end of the day to go for the Premier League title. Is just awful. Can you really see Man City or I know Liverpool? Just about got past them, but like Dan said in chat, it's just an absolute. In fact, Dan, if you're willing to come live on air,
quickly get your call. We'll get your thoughts.
Yeah,
come on,
quickly. Yeah,
come on air, Dan. Come on, vent your frustration. You know you want to. In fact, you might as well come in Discord as well, Steve-O.
Oh yeah.
Hey, good night, another hoops. You take care, buddy. Thank you ever so much for joining us for this interesting game of football that we
terrible game.
Terrible. 14 points coming off my bench is all about that skill, lad, says Drunk in chat. God, well done to Drunk. What's I have 49 points, says Josh. I mean, I think so I'm going to end the game week with 39 points minus 12. 27. Not bad. Not bad. Could be worse. 32 is the average. Absolutely. There you go. Just 5 behind the average. I'm happy with that after a minus 12 that just failed completely. I benched Daniel James as Jerry Swanee in chat. Oh no. Well, he hadn't been doing anything up until yesterday, so I completely understand why. Who did you play over him? 46 points, slowly creeping up, says Faggy in chat. Steve Ball Stanfield, welcome Steve Ball. 14 and I have 17. Ugh.
Well, Dan's there, but he's not in the waiting room. He's
let's
on
bring him in.
Something else.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring Dan in. Where is he? There he is. Evening, Dan. Can you hear me? Dan, you turn yourself. Oh, hang on. I need to turn you up. Dan, how's it going, mate?
Disappointed, mate. Sorry. Disappointed.
Dan, are we living in an alternative reality this year? Are we aware where FPL is kind of just going against every sound logic and reason?
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, I had Lundstrom off the bench for sub. Kelly injured, obviously Otamendi injured, so I couldn't care less about that. I mean, yeah, it does feel like it. It's just a very weird season for FPL.
Talk to us about the game, Dan, because it just sounded, from an Arsenal point of view, just atrocious.
Just frustrating. I've seen the thing is, well, obviously, when I came on last week, I knew that sort of get like evening game, crowd really up for it. But Sheffield United played well. They played some good football, and just pressing lots, really well organised. And then we were just trying to work a perfect goal and everything. And I mean, Guendouzi is the only player I could really say that sort of was trying to make things happen. Apart from that, it was just, it's hard to break these teams down. But it was, I mean, Lacazette come on, but he wasn't fully fit. I don't think he's been I don't know how much training he's done since the international games, but just very, sort of trying to play through the middle. And then, Pepe had a good chance in the first half. He should have scored. But
oh my God, Dan. Dan, it's a tough game. I think you should be letting your anger out a bit more than this. I think the guys in chat are expecting you to be like, right, Arsenal Fan TV, get a bit like DT.
I don't
get a bit angry.
Yeah, I know.
I think United,
hat on and everything.
United and Arsenal are fighting it out to we're not having a very good year, but I mean, Arsenal, God, they're hot and cold. What would you say to anyone that's thinking of bringing Aubameyang in their team right now?
I've still got, obviously, I've got Aubameyang in.
Are you keeping him? Or are you going to raise transfer? Do a raise transfer, go on.
No, I don't. I mean, like I said, the fixtures are still good. Obviously, at home, he's more likely to haul than away from home. I think the fact that Lacazette is, fit now means that he will perform better, because without him, we kind of look a bit toothless, really. I think there's been a bit of a weakness exposed there that without Lacazette, I mean, you've got Martinelli, who's quite young. Saka, who's young. There's no real.
He's not Premier League quality though, that Martinelli, is he? Let's be honest. And also, you've got.
He's young. Martinelli's young, man. Like, he's only just starting his career out, so it's a bit early to say that.
Okay, yeah, but he's been thrown into the pan, so to speak. But in terms of Lacazette coming on, did it improve Arsenal having Lacazette on the field?
A little bit. I mean, like I said, he's ring rusty, sort of few touches laying it off. Obviously, he likes to, lean into the defender and roll them and play off and that and everything. Ironically, and it is ironically saying this, it's a sort of game that it's where you miss someone like Giroud just as a plan B. He scored for France against Turkey. He came off the bench and he just got a header, when they were struggling against Turkey. And he did that for Arsenal so many times. And you almost, in a perfect world, you kind of want Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Giroud as a backup.
And yet, talking of irony, you can't even get into the Chelsea team. Can't even come off the bench for them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's had quite a lot of his career, really.
I know. I think he's a great striker. Personally, I really do. I'm gonna put the cat amongst the pigeons, and I wouldn't mind him at United. I honestly wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't, because he can get on the end. He can get on the end of crosses. He holds the ball up well. We've got literally other than Rashford, we've got nothing at the moment. And yeah, I'll take him at United. Honestly, I like Giroud as a player. I really do. But we've got I think Scott Fitzgerald, Martinelli looks better than Pepe. I want to ask you about Pepe. What's your verdict on Pepe? Obviously, the big signing. Highly rated, potential, a lot of potential. I touted him as being an early wildcard transfer for a lot of people. He's kind of not done it at the moment. His finishing's been off. What's going on with Pepe? Is it still teething issues?
I think, do you know what? Pepe was giving it a go. Like, of all the Arsenal players, at least he was trying to make things happen, taking players on, taking risks. He got a proper... That O'Connor, whatever his name is, he really bad foul from him in the first half. But I think Pepe is just getting used to our playing style, because for Lille, in fact, the commentator was saying this on the channel that I was watching it on. He was saying that Lille was they're like a counter-attacking team, and a lot of it with us is just possession-based football, and he's just getting used to that. And obviously, with his attributes and that, it's just the ball in front that he can run onto, whereas a lot of the time teams will play deep, and but he's getting there. I mean, he had a long shot in the second half that was quite close, and he had some good. He started that move in the first half, but as FPL is all about, it's all about the end product and assists and goals, and match winning performances, and his confidence, he's just not got that yet with that, so he's not really worth considering. Sorry, Dan. I just want to interrupt this public announcement by saying that someone's edited John Lundstrom's Wikipedia page, and they've put Sir John David Lundstrom, born 18th of February 1994, is an English professional footballer who plays as a midfielder for Premier League club Sheffield United and is an FPL god. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's been brilliant this season, hasn't he? I mean, he's a big old unit, is John. I mean, you wouldn't want to cross him in the dark alleys.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, Sheffield United, look, I mean, fair play to Sheffield United. They're back in the Premier League after God knows how many years. The last time they beat us, Phil Jagielka was on as a substitute goalkeeper. So there's a little stat for you, and he was on the bench tonight. But,
wow. I just want to say that, Dan, me and you, we are battling it out. We are battling it out. We're slugging blows. I think I'm just about going to stay 1 point ahead, aren't I?
Yeah.
Am I, or are you going to overtake me? Have you got anyone else coming on?
No, I said, I had a Aubameyang tonight, and then Lundstrom come off the bench.
Oh, Loughton got you the 0, didn't he?
Yeah.
Awful. Yeah, Loughton. So basically, you're going to be one behind me then.
Yeah.
Going into game.
No, because if Dan had a Aubameyang.
Oh no! You're right. Yeah, you're going to be ahead of me, Dan. Yeah. Wow. So you're going to be 1 point ahead of me. I'm breathing down your neck, mate. I'm spitting fire on the back of your neck. You better be ready, mate. You better be ready for game week 10, mate. You better Captain Cantwell, go on.
No, Cantwell, bloody hell, I'm sick of him. But no, it just shows the season you're having, really. I mean, my season is just bang average. I think game week 1 was such a false dawn of how it was 84 points, really high, and it all seems like rosy days, and it's just been a sequence of just boring, disappointing, just rubbish, just everything rubbish. Maybe, I don't know, maybe New Year we might need a new manager, or I don't know, get some...
New manager, yeah. Ed Mourinho is available.
God.
Anyway, oh God, so you forgetting this game? On to the next game. Whereabouts are Arsenal on the table? Whereabouts are they?
We're
fifth.
Let's have a look. Fifth. Where are United? Not fifth.
Here we go.
We're not fifth. No, not fifth. Oh dear.
One good performance from United, and it's this early in the season, man. And I mean, it's like, was it?
We were
9 games
2 points.
played.
We were 2 points off relegation.
We're only 3 points behind you, Dan.
Yeah, it's going to be like a lot of teams
We're
fighting
still
out for
2
third
points
before.
off. We're still 2 points off relegation zone. That is absolutely. Oh my god.
I mean, that top 4 at the moment: Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, Chelsea. That could be how it finishes. You know, come into the season, it really could. You know, I'm not saying that being facetious. I'm just
Liverpool, Man City. I think Man City are gonna come through this and overtake Liverpool. I really do. I think Liverpool are gonna bottle it. Honestly, they're gonna bottle it.
There, Jason.
Oh,
no.
Why? Well, I'll tell you why I say that. Because I said to you, right? All it needs is an injury to Mane or Salah, and I tell you what, Liverpool, then they're an average team. Honestly, they've got they haven't got the depth that Man City have got, and against United with no Salah, they didn't look like they had an idea. Honestly, and I think they're going to be found out. And sorry, guys, sorry, Liverpool fans, but you're not winning the league. Not this year.
I mean,
and
you could look. I mean, I'm pretty unbiased. I don't mind. I mean, Arsenal ain't going to bloody win the league. Like Liverpool,
everyone's
Man
laughing.
City,
Everyone's laughing in chat. Can we talk?
The thing with Liverpool is that defensively they're a lot. I know this season they've been conceding a little bit more, but
they've been conceding goals. Yeah, they have.
Yeah, but compared to Man City, they're defensively stronger. So. Yeah, I mean, it does depend. A lot of it just depends on injuries, and there's a certain degree of
Greasy
luck.
Trumpet said that Liverpool, and he's right to bring this up. Liverpool were 10 points clear last season in December. They were 10 points clear of City.
Yeah,
it's happened before. It'll happen again. And Ibrahim, I'm just saying it as it is, guys. If you don't like my opinion, I mean, it's fine. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to just state my opinion. And ultimately, I don't think Liverpool are going to win the league. I think they'll come second. But I don't think they're going to win the league. Chelsea will win the league, says Jerry Swanee. That's a bold prediction. Go down to the bookies, put a bet on. And also, if for some reason Liverpool won the league, God, it would be hard to keep away from all the Liverpool fans gloating about it, and they would never shut up. We can't have that happen. We can't have that happen.
Summer.
It'll be a very long summer.
Well, even if like England won the Euros, like it'd still just be all about Liverpool.
It will be about
Liverpool.
Yeah,
it'll be a long season. I mean, Liverpool, you know, they didn't play. United played well yesterday. Liverpool didn't play that well, but they still got a point. And that's the sort of thing where you think, well, you know, come the end of the season, you know, those sort of points they do tally up, and sign of a championship winning team, or a Premiership winning team, I should say. But you know.
Anyway, let's see who's top at Christmas time. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see who's top at Christmas. And I mean, from a non-Man United point of view, I think for Liverpool fans have been so close in recent seasons, and I don't know, as a footballing fan, not a Man United fan, it would be nice for them to win. It would be nice because this is probably their best chance yet of winning. I mean, they're unbeaten. They are unbeaten, and it's their best opportunity. Their best opportunity to win. But I just think that their squad depth isn't big enough, and I think one major injury to one of their front three, like even Firmino, I think if one of them, I mean, Origi does look quite good as an option, but I think certainly if Mane or Salah get an injury and they're out for a few weeks, I think that's enough to kind of interrupt their attacking potential enough for City to catch up. But what are the odds on Chelsea to win the league and Man United to get relegated? Well, I'm talking truth. I think United are in for a really tough year, and well, I've got a bet on with Dan that we're going to finish above Arsenal, and I'm literally worried sick because I don't think we're going to finish above Burnley at this rate. Let alone Arsenal. I don't think we're going to finish above Burnley.
Well, I mean, like I say, it's really wide open this season for the third, fourth, and fifth spots. You know, for whatever fifth is worth, and like, I just think we're just inconsistent, still in transition, and it'll be in. I'm always banging on about
Dan,
transfers.
how about if Arsenal, Man United, if Arsenal or Man United don't make top four, then the bet's off.
No, the bet stays, man. You can't chicken out like that. I mean, what I was going to say is obviously it'd be interesting in the transfer window and if anyone gets signed and all that, and the impact of a player in January is, could be interesting. But it's going to be a long season, man.
It is going to be a long season. You're right, but FPL wise, it can only get better for a lot of us, and we've just got to grit our teeth and just suck it up and go and move on to next week. That's all we got to do. And at least you got your captaincy right, Dan.
Yeah, that was it. That was a lovely little assist from Sterling, wasn't it, for David Silva? And yeah, I just had the gut feeling
cheeky finish by Silva.
Yeah, say I had the gut feeling that obviously all that stuff with England is sort of confidence and everything will be restored. And yeah, it was a nice little move to get the goal. And obviously Vardy come through. Tomori, actually, it's been another dire game week, but considering the average and considering some of the scores out there, it's not been abysmal. It's just not been great, I think, from my perspective.
Simeon Batchelor. I was reading that comment about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Come on, man. Come on. That's harsh. You can't put the blame all on Ole. The players have got to shoulder some of the burden there.
I'll tell you what, Jason. it is something for you. Obviously, Mourinho, and that was on a very well-known sports panel yesterday with the coverage of the game.
With
Keane
and
Neville.
Souness as well. Souness, yeah.
But if say come January there was a situation whereby Mourinho was able to come back to United and Ole would lose his job, what would you say to that?
I think it'd be a farce if that happened. I think it would be an absolute circus. It would be an absolute circus. No, I think that Ole should be given time. I think Ole should be given the rightful amount of time to sort out the team and to bring the youngsters through, because I think he deserves it. I think we owe it to him. He's been given that job. And I think that he deserves it, and I really do. And if that means that we finish mid-table, so be it. I'd rather stick behind a manager than just be chopping and changing managers left, right, and centre. I just think that's the wrong way to go. We need stability, and it starts with Ole. But anyway, enough of that. Yeah. Enough of that, Jerry Swanee. How much time? As much time as he needs. Fergie was given time.
Different era, though.
It was a different era.
I agree with what you're saying, though. It is nice that they're trying to, these sort of younger players and everything, and less glamorous signings or whatever. But it'll be interesting. It's just a thing of pressure in it. Say if there's a few bad results and social media and everything, 24/7, people kicking off.
We've got a good group of fixtures. Well, a good row of fixtures ahead. So let's hope that we can take advantage of that and Marcus Rashford doesn't get injured, because if he does, then Marshall will have to fill in. But yeah, I'm very
back to the old Europa League on Thursday for Arsenal, so it might be.
Yeah, enjoy that. Anyway, Dan, thank you ever so much for coming on. I appreciate your thoughts on Arsenal, and God, you got me all depressed now talking about Man United. Thank you. Cheers, Dan. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Well, I think tonight has just been a disappointing game. It's been really amazing. To be honest, I want to say thank you to all of you guys. Really, I always say thank you to all of you guys, but it has been pretty boring tonight, fantasy football wise, and leading us to move on to different topics of conversation. And I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. It's been nice to read out some of your comments. Been a lot of funny jokes in there. Nothing's going to change as long as Woodward. Yeah, don't get me started on Woodward. Oh God, absolutely. Yeah. The problem's not with Ollie. Liverpool have the same number of points in Arsenal, and I'd had to go. Yeah, okay, right, okay, drunk. Don't remind me. But yeah, guys, thank you. Steve-O, I think we're pretty much ready to wrap this show up. What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's just get on with the admin. I'll do it as quickly as possible. It's the usual story. If you've enjoyed the stream, the quickest way to show your support is by hitting the like button when you're on your way out. If you are new around here and you have not subscribed to our show, but you enjoy what we do, by all means hit that subscribe button. We are building up towards the 3,000 mark. Yes, indeed, 3,000 subscribers in the space of a few months. It's been a fantastic journey so far. We're just going to keep growing and growing and growing and bringing you more content. If you are on social media and you do want to follow us on Twitter or Instagram, is at Elite FPL. By all means, go give us a follow. We just put up funny videos, basically. Other than that, there's nothing more for me to say other than, can I go bed, Jason?
Yeah, check out elitefpl.com. Join a prediction game. Just, carry on enjoying the game of FPL and joining us for Thursday night, I guess. Thursday night we'll be back. Thank God this game week's finished. Bye now, guys.
Just of interest, whereabouts are you? Not in the world, but are you near like an industrial machine or something? It's very 2 seconds. Just ask a couple of questions. I just need to get the door for a second.
No
Sorry.
problem,
This is what happens when you're live.
What's going on?
Not really. I'm waiting to go to the gym. What about yourself?
Live on YouTube doing a stream.
Why do you feel that you're constantly changing your teammate? Was it just there's
just
so many ideas?
So many ideas, so many different perspectives. I blame Brett Mollison for his 5 at back, because when you see my new team,
wow.
Brighton home, they couldn't buy a goal in the last season.
Well, I don't know. Dan's got Glenn Murray. I think he'll have a word to say about that.
I'm detecting possibly a German accent. I'm probably completely way out. But where are you calling us from?
South Africa.
On the first day, I literally just typed in FPL, like first draft, and yours came up like first. So I thought, I'll watch one of the live streams when it comes on. And then I thought, this is a bit long, isn't it? About 2 hours in. And then 3 hours later, well, an hour later, I was like, yeah, these seem alright, Steven's not that bad.
I have one question for you. I want you to predict the order of the Elite FPL ranking. So, like, who do you think will finish first, second, and third out of y'all three this season?
So it's certainly, no disrespect to Dan, but it's certainly going to be between me and Jason. And right now, as it stands, I'd go with Jason because my history suggests that I'm going to be having a bad season.
So I've got the 5 at the back. I just see a lot of value there. I feel like if I don't have Salah, I can spread the money elsewhere and maybe get the points another way.
All the teams now, except for obviously Salah and Sterling, these players, a lot of players are going to change towards the start of the season just because of new transfers, injuries that could happen, and all of that. So for me to tell you now, like personally right now, I'd say definitely if Tammy Abraham or Batshuayi are cheap, I'd get one of them just because I don't care about the Man United. We can score against them at least 2 or 3.
Hey guys, this season we're using Discord. It's a text and voice application where you can talk all things FPL with fellow community members. You can post your team in the Rate My Team, talk in the general chat, you can look at transfer news, look at awesome GIFs, sign up for our Cash Mini League, look at our previous podcasts, and even join us live on air in one of our streams. We look forward to seeing you guys. Link is in the description, or look at the code on screen.